One of the most destructive diseases of the heart that, if left untreated, will corrupt your life in this life and the next is known as hassad. And that's why it's incredibly important to know exactly what hassad is, what are the things that cause hassad so you can protect yourself, and how to treat it if you identify that you do in fact have it. And so that's why you should pay extra attention to this video. Hassad, as defined by the scholars, is loving to see the blessings of someone be removed from their life. So for example, you might know someone that has a lot more money than you, or status, or knowledge, or any kind of blessing that you desire. And so because of your hassad, you would love to see that be ripped away from their life. And the only real way for you to know if you have hassad is if you were given the power to control the blessings of that person. And you need to be sincere with yourself. Ask yourself, would you remove that blessing from them? If the answer is yes, you definitely have hassad. If the answer is no, and you hate that you have this hatred in your heart, then you definitely do not have hassad, as the scholars have mentioned. And so before we talk about the cures of hassad, it's very important to know about some of the things that lead to it so you can protect yourself and stop yourselves in your tracks if you notice one of these things. I'm only going to mention 3. The first one is if you hate someone. If you have a real hatred for someone and you don't know why, when you see them doing better than you, it's very easy for hassad to creep in without you even realizing. The second thing is if there's someone special in your life, like your teacher or your friend, and you're trying to get close to them, but you see someone else doing a better job at that, then hassad can also creep in without you even realizing. And finally, the third thing is simply just pure arrogance, wanting to be on top, wanting to be in control. If you find someone exit that field of control and do better than you in certain things when you are trying to be on the top, then hassad can creep in ever so silently. And so as you can see, this disease is incredibly serious. And now we are ready to talk about the cures so that you know exactly what to do if you've identified that you have it. The scholars have mentioned 2 cures. The first one is to do the exact opposite of what your desires asks you to do when it comes to that person. So for example, if you're in a gathering and you find the opportunity to speak bad about that person to make his reputation go down so that you can lead to his blessings be removed from him, then praise him instead. Do the opposite. Another example is if you have any action that you're going to do towards that person that's going to harm him in any way, do the exact opposite and benefit him. This cure will neutralize any hassad in your heart very, very quickly. The second cure is simple, and it's to realize that your hassad is going to hurt you more than that person by a mile. Whilst that person sleeps comfortably in the night and wakes up fully rested, you are not going to be able to sleep, and you're going to be filled with rage thinking about that person whilst he lives in your head rent-free. And not only that, you are going to have a punishment prepared for you in the next life because of the hassad that you have not taken control of or treated whatsoever. So take care of yourselves and be incredibly sincere so that you can identify it, treat it, and cure it before it's too late.